Hello. At 2 p.m. today, Nicola Sturgeon will announce a new indie referendum in Scotland to take place in October 2023, in defiance of the will and determination of ministers in Westminster who would say now is not the time. And I think the timing could not be more appropriate. It's on the day after Liz Truss demonstrates and commands a very modest majority in the House of Commons for a bill that ignores an international commitment and single-handedly cocks a snook at national responsibility. It's reasonable, in other words, for Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP to do exactly what Liz Truss has just done. I'd be interested to see what would happen in a general election, where one called today, and the SNP was returned in significant numbers, and we had a government with a whopping SNP dimension, and indeed maybe the Prime Minister was drawn from SNP ranks. Now that might save our union, but as it stands, Boris and Theresa May together will go down as the two Prime Ministers who have destroyed our union and scuppered Brexit and our relationship with the European Union. I'm quite happy to put my cards firmly on the table, and I think it's a clear record. I voted and campaigned for Remain. In fact, I remember saying very clearly to the man who's now the chief whip that we needed a stronger campaign for Remain. But I'm not in power. Who cares what I think? In principle, I accept the result, and we needed to negotiate with Europe on strength. May responded with dithering and vacillation, and Boris has simply sealed that deal. Boris could have made it worse. I suspect he has. But make no mistake, like the grand city of Venice, we too are being submerged. We will become a thing of history, a tourist destination slightly off the beaten track, like La Serenissima. So Sturgeon will say the people must prevail, while the Queen is in Edinburgh. The Liberals, the Conservatives, and other parties in the Labour Party in Scotland may balk at this chutzpah, but this is the natural result of a Westminster in chaos. It is obsessive, it is determined, and no longer can now Mrs. Nicola Sturgeon say that the NHS or teaching is her priority. They are not. Her priority is in the name, SNP, and in the breakup of Britain, and nothing else matters to the First Minister. I'm rather sorry about that. I've always had a soft spot for the First Minister, and of course I have a great respect for Humza Yousaf, but I think this is a mistake. I don't see that there's any way that we can now rein back on this, and particularly with Liz Smith's demonstration of contempt for international law, I don't think the present Westminster government has a leg to stand on in challenging Nicola Sturgeon's decision.